Hi guys, it's Christy and it's time for Mommy to make some coffee. Yeah, I better be very quiet so she doesn't hear me. But yeah, welcome to the far out world of coffee creations. Because guess what guys, it's time for some fun. My mommy, your barista, Scarlett, will be doing taste tests of all sorts of creamer flavors, coffee flavors, and crazy combinations that she makes. She'll even go on some trips to some coffee shops and do some taste testing that way. So yeah, why don't you come in and join her for some coffee? Uh-oh, I think I'm caught. Christy? Yes, dear. What are you doing? I'm watching you make coffee. Why are you standing behind me like that? You act like you're hiding something. Yeah, I'm recording an intro for the channel for you. Oh, really? Yeah. So, I'm making you an intro because you need it. She's getting the coffee K-cup out, putting in the new one because she is a kook and forgot that she could use the same one over because she's a goober. Hey, watch it. I know. But anyway, so now she's going to go throw the other one away because she's a goober and forgot. But hey, you know what? That's all good because she knows now. Yeah, I know now. I'm just, trying to get that done. But anyway, yeah, so, she's got all sorts of taste tests. Coffee shop taste test, creamer taste test, all that stuff. And you never know, some crazy baby Sharky might show up and hang out with her and banter like we just did. Yeah, this girl right here always wants to banter with us. So you never know when she might show up. Exactly. And not to mention, we got some awesome friends that wanted to help out too with our theme songs. Either right, Mommy? Yeah, Travis, Josh, they've got all sorts of fun planned. Yep. So, without further ado, why don't you join us right now on the far out world of coffee creations for all sorts of fun, laughter, and love. Well, what are you waiting for? Come on in, grab a seat, and let's have some fun.
Welcome to Far Out Coffee Creations, where the coffee is always hot and the food is always good. Scarlet Brew is a cup for you, so yummy. Always a fresh cup of joe with a big giant cup. Every soup tastes so good. Scarlet, that's the barista you want to choose. When you drink her coffee, you'll know it's so good for you. She makes the best coffee in the house. She does test, different types of coffee and talks about different stuff. Sometimes she tries different coffee makers too. With the far out world of coffee creation, you'll find a big sensation. Scarlet with her wit and Christy with her banter. The little Sharky's always there hanging with the crew. We hope you come on in and don't forget. And every cuppa you'll find the best aroma. Fresh with every sip, you feel safe and sound. Scarlet coffee is the best around. So come on, gather around for the best coffee ever found. The far out world of coffee creation. And you're a barista, Scarlet. Thank you for watching. Y'all come back now. You're here. Have a couple with us and enjoy. Yum, smell those biscuits.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the far out world of coffee creations. Scarlett here. And today we are going to do the St. Patrick's Day special. It's gonna be a bit late, of course, but it's better late than never. So we're going to do that. So we're gonna, whoops. And praise the Lord, we didn't end up with anything. But all I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna say what happened, but let's just say Ryan did something on the stream last night that I was like, I can't believe you did that. Yeah, she was total shock. I was stunned. Basically, I'll just say it this way. Basically, he was whistling at a supercell. That is the most appropriate way to say it. Even though it was kind of like, and it wasn't, let's just put it this way, it wasn't just the supercell, it was a certain, let's just say the back end of a supercell. I'm trying to figure out how to say it, because I know Mom's going to be like, what did he do? What did he do? I know her, so I had to figure out how to say it appropriately. But yeah, he was basically staring at the back end of a supercell, whistling at it. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Sir, are you crazy?
He's lost his cookies.
As your mom would say. Yeah. As my bio mama would say, he lost his cookies. I about died. Like literally, you know how a guy will whistle at a chick when he sees her going by? That's what he did, like a cat call. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You crazy thing.
What about Stephanie did?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'd love to know. That's how Stephanie, what she said to him when he got back home. Honey, what were you whistling at that song for? What's wrong with you? That's what I would have said, babe. What's wrong with you? That is seriously what I would have said to him. Babe, what is wrong with you? If I was married to him, that's what I would say. Are you out of your mind doing that, baby? On YouTube. I've been like, babe, you're out of your mind and people are probably looking at you crazy. That's what I would have been doing had I been. If I was his wife, I would have been like, babe, you're out of your mind, honey. I just needed a little sippy sip of water. I always get like a little sippy sip if I have some left. Because, yeah, okay. Now, I'm going to try Irish cream today, guys. Because, of course, it's St. Patty's Day. So you gotta have something Irish, right? And I've never had Irish cream coffee. So I hope I like this. I really do. I don't know. I don't know if I will. We'll see. Alright, I got one in my hand, and I'm going to put it in the K-Pod, in the Keurig, and we're going to close it, and then I'm going to open it so I can smell it. Ooh, it smells good. It smells good. So we'll see how it tastes. I don't know what creamer to put in this. I gotta see what it smells like when it brews, because like I said, I don't know. That is seriously what it just sounded like it did right there. What are you weighing at? What's wrong with you? What was that about, honey? Jeez. It's seriously like, like, what the hell, Keurig? Ooh, that smells really good. Ooh, that smells almost like a caramelish. Oh dear. I don't think coconut cream would go with that, so no offense, but that almost smells caramelish. Ooh, man. Or vanilla. I might put my vanilla creamer in there. Ooh, yum. Okay, I might enjoy it. Ooh. Mmm. Ooh, man, that almost smells... That almost seriously smells like it's got like a vanilla or a caramel smell to it. Yummy. I might use vanilla, guys. I'm not even putting no sugar in this. Because that really smells vanilla-y. or caramel. It almost has like a caramel smell. Wish I knew which one my caramel creamer was. You know me. And we'll have to get my flavors done next month, probably, my birthday stuff, because, like I said, I want Christy's thing to start it off. So I have to wait for it to get repaired again. This thing must be really freaking touchy. That's all I can say. Really freaking touchy. I'm gonna be probably scared to death to use it if it's something I need to use, because I don't want it to break. But it's, I want it to start, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with it. Like I said, I wish these companies would be held accountable more, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? It's like when something breaks, like if, for example, the boys chew up my cords, the people that want me to put the cords back down, and the people that want me to, they should be held accountable for it, not me. I shouldn't be held accountable when I've warned people, these guys have a habit of chewing up cords. I shouldn't be held accountable. But of course, you know, even though you tell people things, they don't get held accountable. And I wish they would be held accountable for things that, you know, get, you know, broken or, you know, tore up when you tell them stuff. Because I think if people would get held accountable more often for stuff that they could prevent, for example, you know, like I said, if the boys chew up them cords from my devices, well, you know, I couldn't keep this stuff sitting up on the stove high enough where they couldn't reach it because they want the stove turned back on and they want this, you know, everything. The company should be held accountable for, well, you know, the stuff got broke, so it's our fault. We have to pay her another device because, you know what I'm saying? That if they were held accountable for paying for these devices, they would be like, okay, you know, it's, I mean, I understand inspections, but when there's a safety concern of a fire hazard, it should be, you know what I'm saying, y'all? It should be fixed. It should be, and I'm going to use French vanilla in this, guys, but the French vanilla liquid creamer because that smells vanilla-ish. But if they were held accountable for screwing stuff up like that, they would be more apt to going, okay, no, we're not doing this. Just leave it on, just leave it, you know, shut off. Be like, just leave it shut off, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? They'd be more apt to shutting it off and saying, okay, sure, we'll leave it shut off, no problem. You know, they'd be more inclined to, if they started happening to pay, for example, $50 or $25, and because that would add up. Because these boys are obsessed, because of course Christy's dad is virtual, he's not really here. You know, he's you know, in his place, and he can't be here to take the, you know, that from them to where they won't want to chew on the cords. He can't do that for real, okay? So if they were held accountable, okay, guess what? We're gonna just hold you accountable because this is, you know, and that company was held accountable for that thing breaking, both of these companies, they would be slowing down more often and not, you know, people would be like, okay, and whoever, they would have it set up to where whoever shipped it had to be held accountable for it. You know, it's, Kitty, why do you always lay up there when I need to put this up there? Never mind, I'll just do it this way. He always lays up here when I need my TV tray. I need to get one that I can use because, oh my God, yeah. And I can definitely taste the vanilla. Yeah, French vanilla is good in it. I turned it into almost like a cappuccino, even though it's not. Well, it has milk in it. That creamer, I'm sure, has milk in it. Yum. I like it. I would like to try it with my caramel, so I might have Jenny help me tomorrow to find my caramel one. And guys, I'm going to tell you right here, right now, I wrote the first song for Granny Libs. I changed my mind. It's going to be not the cafe. We're doing just a special tribute. And it might be in Morning Grace instead. And that's because of the next song that she's writing. Yeah. The first one, poor Nana, she cried, Mom cried. And Nana was like, she was saying how she didn't know that I knew about Granny's Bible. And I'm like, no, Granny told me. Because we had, oh my gosh, guys, our long talks that we had. And I'll talk more about it, but over, it's going to be on here and it's going to be, so after all, it will not be our songs. Because we're going to debut it and we might have a special guest on there with us. Yep. That's all I'm going to say. If they want to be on, because I think they said they wanted to be on there, I believe. Mom, correct me if I'm wrong, that this certain guest that we have, without saying who it is, I'm not saying who it is, because that's a surprise for everybody. A certain special guest wants to be a part of it on YouTube with us. So that's going to be fun. Does the other one want to join too? I don't know. But yeah, we're going to have a special guest helping us out with that, helping me and Mama. It's going to be fun. It's going to be sad, but it's going to be fun at the same time. Yum. But I do have to, because I promised them I would do it. And of course, I might have to, I'll check AZ, but I'll also check their website. I might have to get Samantha to help me. And I got Jenny on a hunt for something too for me. Because see, my SSAs, which are Service and Support Administrators, they have the, all of the places they could find things. Which, I probably do too, but at the same time, a lot of websites are not accessible for me. So SSAs have actual computers, that, they can get on there and look. Now, see, I have my phone. I don't have a computer yet. So, which not all websites are accessible with computers either for the blind. So that's kind of difficult. But my SSA I've got her on a coffee hunt for me. And if it's one thing about Jenny, that woman is good at finding stuff. I'm telling you, this woman works above and beyond for this channel. Above and beyond her actual job title. Trying to help me find stuff. And she never, and as you notice, everybody knows who she is over here. But if you notice, she never says that official title of what she is, but neither does Samantha. They always say that they're, my friend, because, and honestly, in my opinion, they should be allowed to say that, especially when they're doing a fun thing like this and hanging out and, going on YouTube. Mommy, you keep forgetting to give Jenny's boss a link to one of her shows. Oops. Oopsie, yeah. And I keep forgetting to text her boss because it's the same one Kate had. So I have her contact. I got to remember to share that link with her. That's right, I do. What do you think Beth will do? Knowing Beth, she'll love it. Beth is cool. She's like really laid back. She's such a Beth. But I mean, we have so much fun together. I mean, and she, and you know, for a staff and an SSA to both love being on a channel, I mean, that is like a freaking blast. That's like very, very rare for them to enjoy. And like she even said, like for example, let's say I was to leave this county and go to another one. She goes, "You ain't getting away from me that easy." Like even if I have another SSA, let's say another SSA wants to still help, Jenny's not giving up that easy. Jenny's like, nope. Because Jenny, she enjoys it. She enjoys hanging out and doing this. I mean, she has a blast with it. I mean, she has a good old time, you know, and we have fun. We go out there. I mean, we have such a hoot, and she had fun on A Match Made in Heaven too. I just have to get that uploaded. That might end up being done. I might wait and do that in April too, so that, you know, I'm not doing one without the other. But I just got to figure out what the heck to do for one part. I know what the one part's going to be, but the other part, I don't know. I think with the breakfast, I'm going to do the birthday cake, but the closing part, I don't know. I don't know what the heck to do about that. I got to think about that. I'll have to ask Jenny her opinion on that. But yeah, I mean, they had so much fun. And, you know, and some staff are just like, mind you, it's not even video. But some are like, I have to get paid to do it. I'm thinking, really? You have to, whether they're joking or not, it's like, dude, you already are getting paid, technically. Like when I had some on a radio show with me, they were like, "Oh, your boss has to pay me to do it," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, really?" I didn't end up even doing the show because it was just like they were so didn't even want to hardly talk, so it's like, okay, this is not fun. It was just like, yeah. And I mean, Nick actually got an actual voice break from Samantha, like a legit voice break. Instead of, whatever, you know, even her daughter was cooing and a chatting in there, and it was just like too cute. And it was just so funny because it was like, dang, man, like some people are just so goofy about that. It's like, and I always say, you know, you never know. Like I said, it goes along with that tomorrow is never promised subject that I was talking about a couple days ago. I was like, you know, tomorrow's never promised. And that's true. And there's a line in that song that I was mentioning by Reba. You know, if I had only known I'd never hear your voice again. That is why a lot of blind people, and I'm telling you sighted folk this, especially if you have a friend that's blind or a parent, you know, if you're a parent of a blind child, that is why they record things, because you're not going to be here for eternity. And I know some parents that get so PO'd, and I'm not going to say names, but I know some parents. I've seen it a few times where they get PO'd because their child records things. Their child records stuff and they get mad. Well, you shouldn't record that. Meh, meh, meh. They act as though their child is going to put it on the internet like I'm doing. And I'm like, I'm sitting there, really? No. When my bio heard, now of course they didn't want to be on YouTube, which that's what they requested. When I explained about Rocky not getting to go out a couple of years ago for Thanksgiving and stuff, I said, is it okay to tape it for her? You know, because normally I don't have to ask them permission to tape because they know. And Mom, she actually made me play her one of the recordings, one of the shorter ones that I did. And she looked at me and she goes, damn, what the hell? You know, stunned because she couldn't believe the quality. And she goes, her and Dad both just stared me down and they're like, where the hell was this quality growing up for you? And they actually said, that puts your old recordings to shame. They said, compared to this, those old recordings are awful. For you especially. For you not to be able to hear the graphics that you can with Backpack. Those old recordings, seriously, have sucky quality compared to your new stuff. And my parents, they're blunt. They'll tell it like it is. They don't like my old ones now. They're like, no. They're like, too bad you can't use that. And I'm like, well, I could, but I'd have to shut my mouth and not speak and just play it and I said it probably won't be the best, but at least it would come through better. But man, I wish there was a way, honestly, I could digitize all my old recordings. That'd be fun. Like, man, if the iPhone was around when I was a kid, the recordings that I got, some of them would have been so freaking epic. Trippy. And that's what they were meaning. Like, they weren't saying that I wasn't allowed to record. They weren't saying that my recording things actually sucked. What they were saying is the quality sucked versus Backpack. Backpack, I could take this outside and I could, you know, not that I would right now because it's cold, but things outside, you could hear the slightest little things. Whereas some of those old recordings, you couldn't hear as much. And Dad was even like, man, too bad there's not a time travel right now. And you could go back in time and get some of those recordings with that thing. Damn. He was mad. And my dad gets mad easy, especially about memories. That is one thing that will piss that man off. Something fierce. If a memory is ruined or a memory is not captured, he gets mad. Whether it's pictures, videos, recordings. He still, to this day, beats himself up over not getting a video of me petting the baby fawns. He still, to this day, beats himself up over it. If it's one thing that my stepdad beats himself up over from the past, it's that. And that storm chasing y'all. Yeah, and that, yeah, he wished he had a video of that. And that's another one he beats himself up over. He'll beat himself up over past memories if he didn't have anything to record with. That is one thing, because a lot of people are like, oh, let the past go. Tell him that when it comes to memories. That ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen. Like, I agree to that to a point. Like, if it's the negative past, yeah, let that crap go. But and that's negative in the fact that we don't have the memory in recording form. I do agree to that. That is one thing I won't let go. I honestly wish I had a recorder at the time. I honestly, to this day, regret not having a recorder at the time. I don't even think I had a recorder yet. And that's why he beats himself up, because they had a video camera. Because at the time, I didn't start recordings until I was about, I'd say 9 or 10. But yeah. That is so good. I almost made a full cup with that, but I put so much creamer in it. Whoops. They put a lot of creamer in it. It almost tastes like I caramelized it by accident. But, yum. I didn't have to put no sugar in it, so that holds my sugar back. That's another advantage to liquids. Again, so sorry guys, I'm up in the morning really early and didn't do anything to get breakfast or anything yet, so I was kind of in a hurry because I want to get this recorded and get that. I got a song idea down that I gotta write to yet. I'm trying to think how I'm gonna write it. Oh, I got the title. Ow, 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 ow. I'm kind of changing one word. Owie. And let me tell you guys, for the first song, the guy that sang it, oof. The first song, the guy that sang it, man, he made me cry. He brought me to frickin' tears, y'all. Oof, I got a title for this thing. Ouch. I just hope that it'll let me play it, because both times I've actually wrote one, the app will not let me freaking play it straight up. I have to close it and go back in, and then I can't download it. I don't know why Suno's being a brat. Maybe it's doing it on purpose, Mom, because it doesn't want Nana to hear it by herself. Oh, I never thought of that one. That could be like, nope. You're going to record it and you're going to be on the phone with Nana. Christy's Nana. But, oh, man, let me tell you, that first one I wrote, and I loved Nana. She was like, I didn't even tell her about that. And I'm like, nope, you didn't, but Granny did. I do wish, though, I wish so hard that I could get it to share things, because there's a couple of things I want to do this year, but I might have to have Samantha help me download the dang song to share it. I have a couple of ideas. I got the coolest ideas. I'm telling you, a bunch of ideas, and I'm sorry I'm so quiet, you guys, but all of a sudden, I've got some ideas flowing through my head, and I'm like, oh crap. I'm in trouble here. I'm gonna be writing some emotional stuff. I hope they get that fixed. I really do, because I want to be able to share these things. Because let me tell you, I've got so many ideas flooding back in my head, and I'm like, help. Okay, that's probably Mom, meaning the bio. It's usually that many things back to back to back, unless it's Jenny. Because Rocky usually doesn't do that. Most of the time. Rocky just sends like one. Unless she sends a song, then she does. But Rocky hardly ever does a back-to-back like that. So, yeah. The only time Rocky ever does that the only time Rocky usually ever sends a back-to-back is if she's got a file for me to hear, a song, a video, something. I do enjoy this Irish cream coffee though. It's really good. I do want to try it with the caramel creamer. That sounds really good too. That sounds really good too. Mommy, I wonder, because the Coffee Mate, you have to literally open them up and smell them. I wonder if they have different shaped bottles, like you could get different brands of some of these creamers. Oh, you mean the powder? Yes. Because like the Coffee Mate, they're all in the exact same bottle and you can't tell them apart and you have to open them up and sniff them. And if you're gonna, like, for example, if you're gonna make coffee for people, you can't do that. Yeah, true that. Well, guess what me and Samantha will be doing next week? Investigating. Yeah, because you need your hazelnut and you only like Coffee Mate. So maybe you can get different bottles even of the, because you don't have enough room in your darn fridge to put a bunch of liquid. True. So once that goes gone, drink those up and then see if maybe Aunt Samantha can help you find better creamer bottles, like the different brands. I mean, you might have to be picky on brands, maybe. I don't know. Because, I mean, literally, you're going to start making people coffee. You can't be sniffing the bottle trying to figure out which one's which. Otherwise, Aunt Samantha and you are going to have to, literally, if you keep getting the same brand, for example, the Coffee Mate, Aunt Samantha might have to take your bottles from you and take them to her place or something so the boys don't get hair on it or whatever, don't get stuck to them or whatever, and puffy paint something on the side of the bottles. Because you need to be able to tell them apart. And then if, God forbid, you get the Coffee Mate again, you keep getting the Coffee Mate, you and Samantha don't have to change the bottles. You can just use the bottles, just wash them out or something, Yeah. If they don't have a few brands with the powder. True. Like certain ones like if I have to get some of the liquids, it's a mandatory thing, like maybe the French vanilla, get that in liquid from now on. Or like, if there's not some different bottles, maybe make me, because those I don't have a problem. I could just open it because those are actually stronger. And some of their lids are different. Some of the brands' lids are different. Like the French vanilla is different than the gingerbread latte. The French vanilla has like a rounded top on it, whereas the French vanilla is an overshooting top, whereas the latte's flat. Christy! Couldn't help it. Oh my God. Kid. I couldn't resist that joke. Well, not the latte, but the creamer. Yeah, the creamer. Kirsty, you ain't right. You ain't right, kid. I know it. Oh, Lord. Nana, baby Sharky's crazy. And you love me. Always. Oh, Lord. Well, she does have a point. It's scary the comparison she did there, but she does have a freaking point. Oh, God. Christy, you are something else, girl. Oh, my gosh. That is so good. I didn't know how I was going to take this. I love it. I really love it. It's really good. I do want to try it with that caramel though. Unlike hazelnut has to be Coffee Mate. Because I like their hazelnut. Exactly. But maybe we can find you different bottles. For like the French vanilla, the chocolate, the caramel, the hazelnut. The main ones. Because the cinnamon, you already know it. You can smell it. You don't have to put your nose right up to it. No. You just open the lid and you're like, hi, maple. Because it's cinnamon toast. And it has like a maple, almost like a little hint of maple. Not much, but a little bit. That cinnamon French toast creamer. That stuff, that is a staple. I have to have that. That's another one that's a staple. But we might have to look into that and see. Because if not, like she said, I'll have to get Samantha to, I'll give her the empty bottles instead of throwing them in the trash. Give her the Coffee Mate's bottle. And we'll just put like a big C on it in like puffy paint. Because heck, I have to baby proof. I might have to container proof too. So I can tell them apart. Like get C, like a big C for chocolate. Maybe a CA for caramel. I don't know. Or CL, caramel latte. And then all it'll have on it's a, and then even if we get macchiato, it doesn't matter. I'll know it's caramel. Because they both start with C. So we'd have to do like, or a big C and a little C. I mean, you know. That way, you know, different brands, maybe they have different feeling bottles and I can, you know, change them up to where I have 4 different bottles if that's possible. If that's possible, if they have like 4 different bottles, I can change the creamer bottles up. That way I don't have to keep getting the same one and then having to open it and sniff it. I'll know it by its bottle. Because she's got a point. I mean, if I'm going to start making coffees for Samantha and Jenny, for example, I don't want to be sniffing the creamer bottles. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a little lot bit inappropriate. But if I can tell what it is, I can feel the bottle, be like, oh, this is the caramel. Oh, this is the vanilla. Oh, you know, and if they only have maybe, for example, 2 or 3, then we'll try to find bottles in the liquid that are different, or, you know, something where I can tell them apart. Because I always have to have vanilla. I always have to have, I've got to always have hazelnut now, just because if I have something that's nutty, like her, oh, hey, watch it. Ha ha. Christy, you rotten. You love me. Always. Oh, Lord. Christy. What are we going to do with Christy? Oh, lordy. And she's always coming up with neat ideas. I mean, Christy, that is one thing about her, is she always comes up with the coolest ideas. And I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if it was the bio mama or Jenny, because Jenny is picking me up tomorrow for the wedding. So, or not tomorrow, Saturday. Blech. I can't talk. Yeah. Or what? Yeah. Tomorrow. Yeah, I'm right. Duh. Yesterday was Thursday. I can't think straight. Blech. Never mind, you moron, me. Duh. Today's the 27th, you dorkhead. Wake up. Ugh, this week, I tell ya. It's been cray-cray. I don't even know what today is. It's go back to sleep day. Yeah, really. Yeah, so it's probably Jenny. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Jenny or my mama. Because it was like 2 or 3 messages back to back, and I'm assuming it might be Jenny. Better not be Aunt Samantha. She's busy. Yeah, exactly. I'll give her crap if it is. You guys will know in the morning, because I didn't end up drinking that coffee last night, so I might have in the morning before I get ready to go. I might end up having it. Now, I probably won't upload tomorrow, but I will record something tomorrow before I go, and then I'll record on Sunday, and I'll put both of them up on Sunday, is the plan. So, and I will be doing it. And I don't know what I'll be drinking on Sunday, but I will be having something. Unless Aunt Jenny found that thing. E, trippy, no E. Ooh, if she found that, I'll be so excited. I've got her on a coffee hunt. I swear, if she found that, I'm gonna be like, yes! That would make my flippin' day, man. That would honestly make my flippin' day. If she found that, that'd be so cool. That would be so cool. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get on out of here and get this recorded for you and get it uploaded within the next hour or so. And I hope you guys will enjoy. Like I said, it's late because I was sick on St. Patrick's Day, unfortunately, but you know, it is my heritage, and I was not going to not do an episode for St. Patrick's Day this year, even though it's late, but hey. So I will, like I said, I'm going to record tomorrow morning. I will not probably upload, depending on the time I get up, depending on what time she's coming, because that's in the afternoon. I might be able to upload tomorrow. So we'll see. But anyway, have a great rest of your day. Have a great cup of coffee, whatever way you like it, whether you like it hot or cold. Whatever flavor creamer you like. Creamer? Oh, Lord. Combination of flavor and creamer. Oh, God help me. I cannot talk this morning. Help! Anyway, whatever flavor of creamer you like, whatever flavor of coffee you like, try something different. If anything suits your fancy that's up here. Or if you have a flavor, make sure you stick it in the comments for me to try. If I haven't tried it already. Anyway, I will love you guys and leave you till next time. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Goodbye, and God bless.
We hope you've had a great time here with us in the far out world of coffee creations, where Scarlett, your barista, has tasted, tested coffee of different varieties. It could be a coffee that has never been tasted before. It could be a coffee that she just loves, like 8 o'clock coffee. Yum, yum, yum. And of course, smell those biscuits cooking. Yum, yum, yum. So good. If you come back again, you'll get to hear some more fun with Scarlett, your barista, and Christy, your bantering Sharky. Yeehaw! So come on in next time and set a spell with Scarlett. She'll brew some good coffee for you. In the Crying Keurig, I think you'll just love that coffee. Yum, yum, yum. Smell that coffee, and every time it'll be a different thing. And sometimes it might just be some 8 o'clock coffee. You just never know what Scarlett is gonna do when she has coffee with you next time. Yeehaw! Hope you had a great time today. We sure did. Yeehaw! Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo!
Hi, everybody. It's Baby Sharky, aka Christy, and I would just like to thank you for watching the Far Out World of Coffee Creations. Mommy will be back, and I might just pop in for a quick visit. So stay tuned, because the barista, my mommy Scarlett, has a lot more where that came from. Hey, Mommy. Yes, dear. Where's the biscuits? Oh, good Lord. You're gonna act like Travis? Yep.